to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to this morning's day trading live stream. Today is Monday, February 10th. S&P up 32, NASDAQ up 168, Russell up 15, Dow up 269. Gold is up 1.39%. Silver's flat. Notes and bonds are flat. 10-year yield slightly red. Oil up 1.5%. Natural gas up 2%. The grains are pretty flat. Euro and the pound are both down about 1/3%. Bitcoin up over 2%. VIX getting a rare Monday contraction, down almost 2.5% from Friday's close, currently at 16.14. We've got pretty much everything up across the board. Chinese stocks are up, metals are up, cryptos are up, tech is up, semiconductors up, retail up, financials are up. So I posted here in the chat, I would need to see a pretty decent shift if I'm going to take any type of short positions. Everything's pretty strong at the moment. But as we know, things can change. Things can change quickly. We did not get the Sunday overnight drop like we had the last couple weeks. So maybe it's waiting for today. You never know. I got about 45 seconds until the bell. I will need to enter a 3-4 double calendar this morning. My Tradier account is no longer eligible to trade calendars, so I'll execute that on toss. So other than that, nothing else at the open. No RICs, no 1DTEs. There is the bell. We've got an expected move in SPX today of 27.6. Get that marked on my charts. NDX. Expected range today, plus or minus 156 and change. Got Coinbase pushing higher out of the gate, NVIDIA pushing higher. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla coming down. I'm going to enter a 3-4 put calendar here. Then I'll be refocused on the day trading. S&P is pushing higher. NASDAQ is not doing much to start. All right. Posted my put calendar. All right. So I've got my my main stocks on the board that you all are seeing on my other monitor. I've got some other stuff that I'll be watching as well. Wow, MSTR and Coinbase are really pushing Bitcoin. Bitcoin bouncing a little bit, but the crypto stocks are really pushing. Apple bouncing, Nvidia bouncing. ELTR is weak. It's down 1%. I'm going to mark this pre-market high of Nvidia. It's making a pretty strong move through there. Got about 20 seconds left on our first 5-minute bar here. Disney popped above its pre-market highs back to unchanged. Baidu is making a push above its pre-market highs. It's acting stronger than Baba as far as the Chinese stocks go. AMD is strong. SMCI is really strong. Nvidia, wow. Nvidia back to being Nvidia. So Baidu, Baidu closed above its pre-market high and just came back, did a little retest and just shot up. Coinbase coming back down a little bit. MSTR pulling back. Good morning, Ken. AMD still pushing. Baba and Baidu still pushing. Tesla weak. Tesla's down 2.6. Tesla has not had a good few weeks. Amazon was pushing. Now it's coming back down. S&P and NASDAQ are just chopping. VIX is increasing. NVIDIA's got a shot at a volume bar. We got about a minute and 20 seconds left here on this 5-minute session. So through the first 10 minutes, AMD, Baidu, and NVIDIA are kind of the three strongest stocks that I see. Uber strong again. Bill Ackman accumulating a massive position in Uber, apparently. All right, so NVIDIA's got a volume bar. And that looks like the only one. Wow, Coinbase just gave it all back. Crypto's now coming down. Chinese stocks holding strong. NVIDIA strong. MU and AMD also strong. So NVIDIA pulling back a little bit. The question is how much of a pullback do you want to get in? Because I use that price bar that had the big volume as my line in the sand on these volume runners. So that's a pretty big amount of risk. So I would certainly size down my position. Trading the 4-day options today. NVIDIA, I'd be looking at the 134 calls. So instead of doing my full position size, I'd go smaller here, but I'm going to go ahead and get in 134 calls in NVIDIA. Filled at 255. So I went smaller. So now I can add if it continues to come down some. Baidu also coming down now. Baba. So is AMD and MU. So all the strongest ones are now coming down a bit. S&P is coming down through the lows of the first 5-minute range. NASDAQ is not. I'll put a profit target at 280 on NVIDIA, which would basically be popping back up towards high of day. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit higher, 285. Google came out a little weak for the first 10 minutes, but it's bouncing. Tesla taking a little pause and it's moved lower. Uber staying strong. Uber's up another 5%. Wow. PLTR back in the green after a quick flush below Friday's lows. It looks a little stop huntish. PLTR. PLTR had the big earnings last week. New all-time highs. NVIDIA needs to pop a little bit higher. My order's at 285. It's currently trading at 280. Nice bounce in Tesla. NVIDIA hit 285. So closed 3 of 7. So I did about half position size based on the size of that price bar. So I'll put another price target at 310. It makes another surge higher. It's back up to highs of day. Tesla bounced, but now giving it back. Every pop in Tesla getting sold off lately. That is one you want to be careful with longs on. Apple trying to get back up to highs of day. NVIDIA hit 310. All right, so I got a runner left. I got 2 lots left. Run, baby, run. I talked about in that kind of updated runner class, I'm always looking at the daily charts too. And, obviously everything's strong this morning, but NVIDIA, one of the strongest. So on a relative strength basis, that was a great choice, right? Of course, it had the volume pop for the volume runner, but then look at the daily chart. Look at Friday's action. I mean, it made that flush lower, but closed really strong. So just, it really looked like we were going to get a continuation higher today in NVIDIA. And so just all those things lining up make for a good trade. It should be Dark Avenger. It should be in the continuation runner section of the day trading course on WAP. It's I think it's labeled continuation runner update lesson. No lame questions, Dark Avenger. We're all here to learn and help each other. Apple ticked through highs of day, could not hold. All right, so MSTR, Coinbase dropped below its pre-market lows. MSTR is the strongest of the cryptos. It's still kind of bouncing around its pre-market highs. So if Bitcoin can look at Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin is not acting super strong. It's green, but since the open, price action has not been strong. So if Bitcoin can get strong and MSTR can hold above its pre-market highs, that would be the one that I'd be focused on if I'm going to trade a crypto stock. Hood's acting weak. Coinbase is acting weak. They're both green on the day, but MSTR is certainly the strongest. Disney's falling hard. It opened unchanged. Now it's down over 1%. Man, S&P and NASDAQ sideways. S&P is still within its first 5-minute bar range. NASDAQ pushed up above it, but it's back down in to that first 5-minute range. Yeah, I'm gonna do my calendars today. I just with the Tradier issue now, I'm trying to configure which account I want to do it in. I'll do it in one of my toss accounts. So yeah, the answer is yes. I just got to figure out a little bit of logistics on my end. NVIDIA popping back up, staying strong. AMD's kind of chopping under its highs of day. SMCI, which started off as one of the strongest, has not been able to get back above its pre-market highs. Ooh, Baba and Baidu coming down now. China getting weaker. Microsoft breaking through its lows of day. Meta breaking through Friday's lows. Meta is acting really weak. See if Meta's doing a little flush through Friday's lows and then it gets a bounce. Meta hit a new all-time high Friday. So maybe we're seeing some profit taking. Robinhood all the way down to unchanged. Baba through lows of day. Tesla is just decent sized moves in each 5-minute bar, but in opposite directions. So Meta had a little mighty 90, and then it made that flush lower. I wasn't paying attention to the volume, but that's a nice mighty 90 setup. So it's only been Nvidia for me so far. No Ricks on Monday, Dark Avenger. I mean, we rarely get the VIX contraction on Monday anyways, but it doesn't typically do well on Mondays. There's zero news today. So it didn't qualify, and then Monday, and then one DTE, of course, with the big VIX contraction, didn't qualify. I took Target off my list. It doesn't trade well. Let me see. Continuation runner lower. I mean, I guess if anything, yeah, you could use yesterday or Friday's close as your line in the sand to go short, but not something I want to take. Market's still pretty strong. ELTR trying to stay green. The old Monday Iron Condor at the bell would be printing right now. I would assume. IONQ. Let me see. So it's right at unchanged. IONQ definitely would not be a volume runner. There's no volume higher than the first 5-minute bar. Faz. Roku. I also took Roku off my board. It just doesn't, options don't trade that well. Roku's strong. Wow, up 6%. Yeah, I mean, if you can find a spot to get in Roku, that thing's definitely relative, relatively strong compared to a lot of things. Tesla trying to bounce back. Did a little shake and bake. Now trying to bounce. Nvidia looking for another extension higher. Be back in 1 minute. Coin is acting weak. MSTR now coming down. So cryptos did not hold up well. China did not hold up well. Oh, well. As I say that, Bob is bouncing back. AMD. So the chips are strong. MU, AMD, NVIDIA, AVGO. SMCI is still holding up. Oh man, yeah, look at MetaGo. That was a nice mighty 90. Had I been paying attention to the volume when I was talking about it flushing Friday's lows, I may have taken that. Amazon, nice bounce. Apple down to lows of day. S&P and NASDAQ trying to creep back up a little bit. So Amazon back above pre-market highs. So I'm watching Amazon. Had a nice close, nice strong close above pre-market highs here. I want to see how it acts here. I may look at a long in Amazon. Don't necessarily like the daily chart though. It's pretty weak. Had that big move lower after earnings, and this could be a little dead cat bounce before a continuation, but we'll see what it does here. May not, if it rips, I won't even get an opportunity to get in. Tesla, nice bounce. Yeah, there goes Amazon. So no entry. So Nasdaq pushing through highs of day. S&P trying to approach highs of day, which is the first high of the first 5-minute bar. Anybody get in Meta? Shad's in Meta. Coin came down and touched unchanged and bounced a little bit. MSTR now at lows of day. Yeah, crypto's not holding up that well. I heard this morning today is the biggest call-in sick day of the year. That's right. I was wondering why I scheduled myself for today to stream. I got in today and I was like, I'm streaming? Damn it. I forgot it. You had a doctor's appointment. Okay, so BABA is back above pre-market highs. Yeah, that was disgusting, Lando. Google trying to push up to highs of day. Come on, NVIDIA. Where's it? I need another leg out of you. All right, so Baba may be in play here. Let's see how it holds above pre-market highs. SMCI back up to highs of day. AMD had a little pullback and then it's back up to highs of day. NVIDIA not participating in this push. I don't like that. Definitely not adding to NVIDIA here. And I'm on the verge of cutting it. S&P pushed through highs of day. VIX now falling below 16. Google, big push. Look at Amazon go. Right idea in Amazon. Didn't give us a chance to enter, though. At least not me. All right, so Baba's pulling back to pre-market highs now. We'll see how it reacts here. I'd be trading the 109 calls in Baba. $109 calls in Baba. Going ahead and jumping in. Filled at 281. Microsoft trying to bounce back up. Apple bouncing back up. So NVIDIA was strong when everybody else was flat to weak. Now everybody else is getting strong and NVIDIA is just sitting there. So MU had a little bit of a volume spike, but I'm not going to short that. NVIDIA perking up a little bit. See if it can crack through highs of day. Bounce out of Baba yet. SMCI pushing through pre-market highs. Amazon pushed up to Friday's open. Yeah, good question in that. So on Baba, so see that the 10-minute bar, the high of that would really, if it closes below that, I would definitely cut. I mean, the pre-market high and that it's pretty close. So I don't want to close below that area on a 5-minute bar. Microsoft above its pre-market highs. I didn't get a very good fill in Baba. It popped up right when I put my order in. But let's see. So I'm going to put a profit target at 310. I might adjust that down. See what it does here. The moving average line is pretty irrelevant, Abosh. I think it's a 9 EMA. I'm actually going to take that off. It's just noise more than anything. I just had it on there to kind of, I was looking for something to kind of use to potentially add, but I think it's just more noise than anything. You definitely don't put any weight in it. So NVIDIA could not push through. Look at Tesla go. Look at that little Tesla run. Yeah, SMCI, if it pulls back to its pre-market highs, could be a good entry. Which it's doing right now. I'm already in NVIDIA, just a runner, but so I could definitely get into SMCI. See how it reacts here. I like to give it a little. So I try not to just jump in as it's pulling back on because I want to see if it's going to flush through, if it's going to hold. AMD just pushed through nicely. So chips strong. SMCI, I would trade the 39 calls. 39 calls in SMCI. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get in here. Filled at 392 and 393. So call it 393. Keep in mind, if you're in NVIDIA and SMCI can move pretty close together. They're both chips. I've just got the little runner left in NVIDIA. Otherwise, I wouldn't. If I had a full position in NVIDIA, I would not have entered SMCI. Baba looking a little toppy now. Apple pushing through highs of day. Meta rolling over. Tesla ticked up to its pre-market highs and pulling back. Microsoft's another one that is acting a little choppy to weak and just made a big push above pre-market highs. Let's see if this market's going to stay strong. Uber's just kind of chopping right below its highs of day. Baba did not give too much continuation there. Not enough to hit my profit target. Tesla? Tesla's trying to get back in the game. All right, so SMCI is dipping below a little bit. Keeping my eye on it. I'm already in NVIDIA, SMCI, Baba, so I'm not going to add another one, but if I was, I'd consider Microsoft here. Looks like he wants to take off. Netflix pushing above highs of day. Uber pushing through highs. Baba looks like it may want to bounce here. I'm going to close the rest of my NVIDIA. Filled at 291. So it just could not push through highs a day, even with the NASDAQ and the S&P really strong. It still may make another leg higher, but I've also got SMCI here. So I just went ahead and booked NVIDIA. So I'm long BABA and SMCI. AMD is pushing through highs of day. My profit target on BABA is 310. It's trading over $3 now. One more little pop should hit it. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, BABA. Baidu trying to make its way back up to highs of day. Oh, good timing on NVIDIA. You just pop back up. Good timing. Let's see, SMCI. BABA hit 310. I'll put a profit target in SMCI of 435. Started to bounce, but now it's coming back down. So look at Tesla. So Tesla is above its pre-market highs, but I would not take a long in Tesla here. It's just, I mean, it's still red, still down 0.5% on the day. You know, from a relative strength standpoint, it is not the one I would choose. No, SMCI coming back down now. S&P coming down a little bit. NASDAQ coming down a little bit. BABA staying strong. I'm going to put in order to close some more BABA at 350. I may adjust that down. That'd be another 15, 20%. Yeah, Amazon was a good one. I just took off too fast. I mean, it gave no pullback on that after that surge above pre-market highs. You would have had to just jump in on the fly, which is not really my style. Yeah, every once in a while, if I feel really strong, I won't wait for much of a pullback, but I mean, that gave almost zero. There goes Microsoft bouncing a little bit. There you go, Baba. Go, Baba, go. Tesla trying to get green. SMCI is still holding. That on my chart here, so you guys don't need to point anything out. It's just still holding above pre-market highs here. Looking for that extension higher. The LTR trying to make a move. Let's see if it can see what it does around its pre-market high. BABA, my next order's at 350. It's up to 330. I'm going to move that down to, I'm going to go 340 to get out of some more BABA. Makes just another little tick up. Should hit it. NASDAQ still grinding higher, or kind of sideways the last 15 minutes. S&P definitely sideways the last 20 minutes. BABA 340. Boom BABA. All right, so I got a runner left in BABA. I've got 3 lots left. I need SMCI to pop. Where's my chips at? Where's my chip strength? Looking at SMH, semiconductor, ETF. Yeah, it's kind of had that nice surge for the first 15 minutes, and it's been kind of pretty choppy since. But AMD's strong. NVIDIA's still holding up. Cryptos did not hold up. Bitcoin's at lows of day. Coin near lows of day. MSTR weak, looking weak. Hood right at unchanged. Not bullish price action. Baidu took off as well with BABA. Tesla trying to go green on the day. BABA's up 6.5%. SMCI is up 7%. No tariff worries from China, apparently. Microsoft still chopping. So the daily chart on Microsoft is definitely not super bullish, but I could see it bouncing here. I'm going to stay out. But Microsoft certainly looks like it wants to make a little run here. S&P moving back up. NASDAQ moving back up. SMCI moving back up for the 3rd time now. My profit target on SMCI is at 435. It's currently trading at 395. Which is, yeah, I got in at 392, 393, so just barely green right now. Go, Baba, go, go. Go, Baba, go, go, go. So I've got 3 lots left. I'm going to put in an order for another Baba at 370. If it makes another quick push. Need SMCI to break out here. Baba does have some volume, kind of a volume, mighty 90 volume pop here. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and close 2 of my 3 here. Come on. Filled at 340. So I've just got 1 lot left in Bob. I'll see if it's got any more in the tank. But could certainly see a pullback here with that little volume pop. Could show some exhaustion. Man, SMCI just cannot break out. Not much more out of NVIDIA either. With the S&P and NASDAQ pushing. SMH. Yeah, it's just kind of consolidating. PLTR. Yeah, I was looking at that one. Yeah, that thing has been on fire lately. So getting involved to the long side on that one would be, I like the idea of that. The PLTR can give us a little entry here. Let's see, I'll take out coin for now. PLTR. See if PLTR is going to give us an entry. Tesla could not go green. Quick pullback. The LTR is taking off without us. Microsoft ticking through highs of day. If anyone got in that one. SMCI bouncing off pre-market highs again. Just no follow through yet. This is it. This is your time, SMCI. This is your day. AMD, little pullback, starting to bounce. Definitely got a little pullback at a BABA off that volume spike. Uber's rolling over a little bit. Yeah, look at PLTR go. No entry. No entry. Kind of did to us what Amazon did. All right, SMCI creeping up towards highs of day. Let's see if it can push through. Ideally, I would have gotten a better entry fill and been out as it pushed up to highs of day, but my SMCI has felt a little premium decay and it kind of bounced right when I put my order in, so I didn't get a good fill. So I'm actually not even green yet. VIX just kind of sideways right below 16 for the last 30 minutes. BABA looks like it's popping back up. Uber looking like it may be done with the upside for the short term at least. SMCI could not push through highs of day. Nvidia still chopping at highs of day. Tesla trying to hold above pre-market highs. Still down about 0.5% here. Netflix up to Friday's highs. Which is also, it ticked a new all-time high today. Just did. Netflix new all-time high. Also above pre-market highs. I don't love trading Netflix. I mean, its options, they really jump around. Baba, a little dip getting bought up. Could have been a good ad in Baba. But I'm getting ready to wrap things up here. Just waiting for SMCI, see if it's going to break through. Amazon giving a little pullback. I think it's got more in the tank. PLTR still running. Just zero pullback. So you've got kind of two situations here. You've got PLTR, which just ripped up to its pre-market highs and just pushed through. And same with Amazon. So you would have had to just jump on a moving train. And then you've got SMCI and Microsoft, which did the same thing, had a pretty good surge up to theirs, and then those both just kind of started chopping sideways. So sometimes the jumping on the moving train can work. I prefer to watch how it reacts off that level first. The SMCI popped through highs, but quick pullback. Let's see if it can give us a little follow through. Nvidia is now grinding up through highs of day. Tesla, nice bounce. Amazon, a little bounce. NASDAQ's pushing higher. We got any Trump news out today? Any EOs being signed? Any pressers I need to know about? I haven't checked. Executive order at 1 p.m. Also known as at noon central. All right, that's good to know. What's the EO up about today? Sad to say it, didn't you, Watson? Just had to dig. All right, there goes SMCI a little bit. Let's get one of those big pushes. It's up to 415. My profit target's at 435. I wouldn't be against adding to Baba here either. Let's see. Baidu's kind of fallen though. Oh man, I don't ever want to see that replay, Lando. I hope that's not the case. Ah, come on, SMCI. Teasing us. Google also strong, just kind of chopping under its highs of day. Goog's another one that didn't really give any chance of entry before above pre-market highs. SMCI, that is about 10%. So ideally, if it pulls, if it, like in this case, pushes above, closes above pre-market highs and then pulls back, I would enter as close as I can to that level, and then potentially get out of my first profit target near the highs of day. I didn't get a very good fill, so in this case, I am just using 10% or a little bit over. Let's see, I got filled at got filled at 393, and I'm using 435. So I'm just trying to find a level on the chart that makes sense. In this case, I am using closer to 10%, but just depends on the action. I mean, we've got SMCI super strong today, so I'm more okay. Market's super strong, so I'm more okay, having a little bit higher price target as far as price action on the chart's concerned. The 10%, one of the reasons I moved away from that is it's so different depending on the day of a week you trade, right? Like a 1 DTE option can hit 10% on a tiny move. Whereas if you're trading the 7-day options, it takes a pretty decent move to hit that 10%. So that's one of the main reasons I've moved away from that. So I'm really more focused on the price action of the chart, and then kind of just trying to make the best decision on where to put that first profit target. So Baba is kind of chopping. Baidu's getting a little weaker. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Annette? You need any other clarification? I'm not sure if I explained that well. Yeah, so 10% still, I guess I would say 10% still kind of a good rule of thumb, but I'm really more focused on trying to find a level that makes sense on the chart. Like more often than not, if I'm doing like an upside continuation runner, I'm getting in on a pullback. And so getting out when it pops back up to highs of day is ideal. That just wasn't an option here. I would have, it was trading almost back up to highs of day because it sat through so much premium decay that I was barely green when it got back up here. So obviously that just didn't make sense. And then taking into consideration the strength of the stock, the strength of the market, that all that kind of plays in. S&P pushing. S&P and NASDAQ at highs of day. VIX cracking below its lows of day. Robinhood going red. Crypto's staying weak. I mean, they're still green, but weak price action. Baba's holding up pretty well here. I'm going to add to Baba. So I'm going to use the 110 calls in Baba. I'm just going to do 3 lots. That's about $1,000 of exposure. Much smaller than my original position. $110 calls. Filled at 269. All right. So I've got my upside in Baba, upside in SMCI. I'm going to go ahead and get off the live stream here. And I will I'll post as I scale out of those in the chat here. All right, that is it for today. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Chat with you soon.